the fuck did he go?
It must have been from editing.
I thought Marchenko was supposed to be here. Shit, this could mean trouble. You're here, I will find you. Nothing can be let go.
It wasn't police, that much is sure.
I do not like this.
I can't figure what is a normal sound here.
What was that?
Probably just a rat.
We're going to make sure that was not... Come on, baby ass! Ah! What the... No! Ah!
Ark will be blamed for the Vika. I fear we will never get some to reconsider this.
Don't think I want help. I need it. I don't know what's here.
I fear we will never get some to reconsider this. We have lost already if people think Ark did it.
Don't tell me to be cautious, Wolf. Don't know what that was, but something moved.
Moving in. Over.
We've lost already. People think art is we will never get them to reconsider the truth.
They had us on the grid for generations, and now they're gonna end painless on us twice. That's why they call it the old.
I'm not offering to do it. Show the fuck. You think I want help? I need it. I don't know what to do.
Just gives the world more reason to hate us.
This place is empty.
I fear we will never get them to reconsider the truth. This just gives the world more reason to hate us. Ark will be blamed for Zika.
Don't tell me to be cautious.
have lost already if people think Ark did it.
It's what worthless. Nothing's here.
Ark will be blamed for the Zika.
Yeah, still not. Don't tell me to be cautious. What?
I fear we will never get them to reconfigure their fleet. We have lost already if people think Ark did it.
No, I don't think I want help. I need it. I don't know what's here. Over. What is here?
Ark will be blamed for the Zika.
One this week. They locked the door this time, so they're definitely still talking about this Operation Storm Surge, whatever it is.
We should be in those meetings. I mean, who are these fucking guys? Marchenko just recruiting his friends now? They're not even on the roster.
You know he's been sneaking into Prague with him. Him and his little club.
Probably more secret meetings we're not invited to.
You know what? I bet Brucker doesn't even know.
It's definitely not the way he does things.
Just give the world more reason to hate us.
thanks to the Zika.
Saw something.
Come on, we'll go check it out.
What is here?
It's a lost holiday. People think I'm
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Chicane, I'm moving in on Rucker's position. You got those coordinates yet?
I'll transmit them as soon as I've finished my coffee.
Don't leave me hanging, Chicane.
You just worry about getting our man. And be careful. He's dangerous.
We'll see.
I'm unarmed.
I'm sure you'll understand if I don't take your word for it.
As the customary final request of the condemned man, please, do not kill any more of my people on your way out. Their only crime against you is their loyalty to me.
You don't seem surprised to see me.
I'm not. After the train station attacks, I knew it was only a matter of time before they sent someone. Please, sit.
This isn't a social call, Rucker. I'm here to take you in.
Our mandate is to fight for the rights of the augmented. Communicate our message, offer assistance. The Ark is a non-violent organization.
Alright then, this should be easy. Come with me, answer our questions, and we'll have you back here in plenty of time to film your next sermon.
I'm not a fool. If I surrender now, I'm never coming back. Once you have me, you intend to make me disappear. But I will not make Solzhenitsyn's mistake. My people and I will resist you.
I thought you were a pacifist.
I am. But I'm more than a leader. I am a symbol. That is why you wish to erase me. If martyrdom is the only way to remain a symbol, then even my death is preferable to my evaporation.
You said you don't want any more of your people getting hurt. But if I have to bring you in by force, I will. And they're gonna try to stop me. There's a better chance of avoiding violence if you come along peacefully. You have my word. I will do everything I can to see that you're treated fairly.
How dare you speak to me of peace and fairness? You assaulted innocent people to get in here and kidnap me on behalf of masters who hide in the shadows, manipulating, controlling, and murdering without the courage to proclaim their convictions in front of the rest of the world.
World leaders aren't gonna visit you in person. They sent me, and your people tried to kill me. Obviously, they have good reasons for not sticking their necks out.
My people were trying to keep you, an armed intruder, away from me. You are the one who incited the violence. You are in no position to lecture anyone here about the dangers of being a public figure. The augmented are suffering a genocide. It begins with demonizing us, treating us as less than human, taking away our rights, exiling us so we are forgotten, and then exterminating us.
I know all that. It's happening to me too. But I am out here actively trying to stop the killing on both sides. What are you accomplishing by filming speeches?
I thought that logic and reason would be enough. I had faith that the non-augmented would come to their senses given time. But it's become clear I have to do more. There's so much work I have to do. I am beset by the bombings on one side and Ark internal politics on the other, and it may be that the two are connected. I have to regroup, to decide what is best for me and for the cause. I need you to delay my arrest, if just for a day.
Things are bad everywhere. And the longer it drags on, the worse they'll get. The best thing for you and the cause is to show strong leadership by coming in now, proudly and willingly, to help fix things.
Yes. I suppose you are right. My time here has all but run out. Can you understand this? If you were to take me from here, you would be responsible for more than my death. You'd be responsible for my effacement, the ruination of the Augmented Rights Coalition, and the perversion of everything it stands for.
You need to take your blinders off, Rucker. You want the world to see Hogs as individuals and pacifists, but what'll it take before you realize I'm an Hog too? If they want you dead, they'll have to go through me.
God. You are right. Forgive me. I must trust you to help me. If I do not, I will have turned away my most likely ally. Before we leave together, there's something I must show you. I suspect there's a power struggle brewing within our organization. Some people inside ARC are less committed to our ideals.
Are you trying to tell me you know who's responsible for the bombings?
I have only suspicions, and until recently, not even that. The evidence I have begun collecting is meager, but I give it to you. This is the key card for the security door. The evidence is inside.
Why give it to me? Why not keep it, present it at your interrogation?
Because if my suspicions are correct, and I am seen leaving here with you, willingly, I may not survive to present my evidence. Somewhere down there, hiding in plain sight, is your real terrorist. I was trying secretly to find out who is responsible.
Rucker? Chicane, Rucker is dead.
Come again.
I'll fill you in when I see you, which is where exactly?
There's some greenhouses near your position. Below them is a clearing. That's where I'll be. Chicane out.
But fear has blinded our accusers. And although I know that many of you are fearful of the Makers. I urge you not
area. It's a dive.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Thousands can plug off now. We have real problems with
Access denied.
inanimate objects that are now attached to animate ones. See, I think there are many ways to regulate the augmentation industry and the people who self-mutilate their products. But I can't. Don't they have the right to? As much as we do by protecting ourselves with a Second Amendment to make sure no feds can bust into our homes uninvited. Who are we protecting ourselves against? It used to be the commies, then it was the fundamentalists, then the gun-popping lunatics within our own suburbs. Now it's the Augs. The Augs that are being told to put away their weapons. The problem is, we still don't know what these weapons are capable of. It's all well and good to demand they carry papers, to keep them holed up in ghettos and such. We still have no explanation for what happened that fateful day in 27.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
I doubt if I will after the so-called
Access granted.
otherwise known as UN Resolution 3507, gets passed either. But here's the question are we protecting ourselves from them, or are they protecting themselves?
What are you talking about? That bitch Elisa Kassan is saying terrible lies about Draka.
Yes, they're obvious lies. People will see through them. When the Human Restoration Act comes to a vote in the UN, Talos will have his views.
I wish I shared your optimism, Brandon.
I'm the only one left? Kurwa! Go ruthless!
but worthless. Nothing's here.
Jensen, the meter's running. Where the hell are you?
I'm on my way, Chicane.
Well, step it up.
Goddamn good Rucker being dead is going to do for us. Your orders were to bring him in.
I fully intended to.
Then how did this happen?
You tell me, because I get the feeling I'm being set up.
Set up for what?
It's pretty convenient. Rucker drops dead just as I show up. Whose call was it to send me in there?
If I was setting you up for anything, it was for success. Did I send you in there because you're augmented? Yeah, I did. But I also sent you in there because I believe you're the best we've got. Frankly, I'm offended you'd think anything else. Was it Rucker that got this in your head? What the hell did he say to you?
He said he had evidence that could prove Ark was being manipulated.
Now we're onto something. Do you have it?
Yeah, I've got it.
What is this? Whose is this?
It's an email received by someone inside Ark. It's cryptic, but it reads like activation orders to me. As for whose it is, when we get back on Victor Marchenko?
The name you wanted me to run through iLink? It came up empty. Why?
If Rucker is right and someone inside Ark is taking orders from outside the group, I think Marchenko could be the guy.
Rucker could have sent this mail himself. But maybe Chen can backtrace the IPs. Find out who's talking to who. Christ. What a mess. You know word of Rucker's death is going to spread, don't you? And when that happens, the head of state police assures me Golem City will become a war zone. We can't let that happen. I hope we're good on juice, Chicane, because I need a ride. As for you, Agent...
I still have a case to solve, and I know exactly where to start, Director. Smiley's had more than enough time to analyze that DSD I gave him.
The one you took from Ruzicka?
I'll check in with him, see what's on it. After that, I'll go where the evidence takes me. I intend to make sure the right people are brought to justice for this, whether they're augmented or not.
Get a move on, before this case gets any colder. And keep me in the loop. Let's go, Chicane.
Alex, tell us Rucker's dead.
What?
Poisoned, I think.
Holy shit, man. Rucker was the voice of the Augmented. People loved him for it. When word of this hits, Prague is gonna explode.
And the whole world's watching. Listen, Miller's gone to meet with state police. Could be our chance to determine his loyalties.
He lives near TF-29. You want us to search his apartment?
Not us. Me. You keep digging into that VersaLife break-in. And see what the Collective can dig up on a Viktor Marchenko. If I'm right, and Rucker was poisoned, all three might be connected. Jensen out.
Adam, you there? You're not gonna believe this. Vadim Orlov is in Prague.
You're kidding.
I wish I were. 6 months ago, he got an augmented expert's visa and has been coming and going periodically ever since. Border Control locked him in this morning.
I arrived in Prague 6 months ago. Where's he staying?
In the Lilioma Courtyard Apartments on Lavani Street, 2nd floor.
I've been there. Found a file on me inside a safe.
I don't like the sound of that. Better check the apartment again.
I can't believe Rucker is dead.
That bastard had it. Yes, no,
Make our lives harder.
Seraph. I found Orlov. He's dead.
What? Are you sure it's him?
Well, technically I never met him before. I did, however, meet a doctor who looks just like him in Alaska. In that clinic I told you about. His name then was McFadden.
Christ, Adam. What exactly happened to you in that clinic?
I don't know. I was in the coma ward. It was run by the... World Health Organization. Facility 451. Can you dig into it?
Of course.
I'm gonna search this body and the apartment. Maybe there's something I missed the first time.
Access granted.
you need to keep your temper in check.
You should listen to him.
Just make it through this shit. Just make it through this shit.
Access granted.
Okay, you there?
Who is this? How'd you get this number?
I did what you asked. Sam's dad should have no problem getting its message out now. You remember our deal?
Oh, yeah. I don't compromise whatever little game you're playing over at that import company.
Try to keep a low profile. If Picus wasn't gunning for you before, they will be now.
Don't worry. Just make sure you remember who the good guys are.
Hate to see what these folks have done.
Always like
Even trust the
We can't go on like this.
I'd rather go see the Bloom exhibit instead of some dumb movie.
Hold it, Clank. You took the wrong train card. That was for humans. Let's see your documents, and you'd better hope they are all in order. These are impressive credentials, but not impressive enough for you to pass as a natural. Don't do it again. Go on. Get out.
Look, madam. Your papers state right here that you are restricted to the cash container. I'm sorry, but I can't let you.
Did you see what they did to her?
You know who?
Orders are orders.
Sir, shouldn't we be arresting?
Can't let them get away with
This
this.
doesn't
Have to tell
concern
us.
you. Sir, shouldn't we be arresting?
She won't talk to the police. I give up.
By now?
What happened?
That Johnny's not going anywhere. What's your hurry?
We can't
I
let
was
them get
given
away
the
with
same
this.
orders you were, sir.
I know all.
I recognize you. We're neighbors. I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed, just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Do you have any idea who she was?
No, I've never seen her before. It's so sad that nothing will be done about this. Orc victims are not high on the list of police priorities. To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
I was a cop once. Old habits die hard.
In America?
Yeah, Detroit. It was a long time ago.
I bet you have a lot of experience. You're used to this sort of thing.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
Oh, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
You may not think much of the police here. I may not think much of them either. But that doesn't mean you should hold back information.
They don't have it in them to protect me. They have neither the will nor the courage.
Be that as it may, it's still probably your best hope for helping to catch the killer.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an orc.
I'll talk to the officer in charge and see where he is with the investigation. If I can help him, I will.
Thank you. Suppose I end up remembering something later. Is there a way for me to contact you?
You planning to run off on me already?
The first chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer whatever questions you may have.
I can give you access to my info link. You should feel free to use it if you have to.
Thank you, neighbor. Talk to you about what happened.
Talks to him and not to me.
Can't trust anyone.
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see anything?
You mean your witness over there? She's not sure yet.
How can she not be sure? Either she saw something or she didn't.
She's scared. She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught. I'd like to believe that's true.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you, augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing, or about doing things the right way.
I was a cop for 12 years. I know all about getting bad orders. The difference between what you're told to do and what you know is right.
Tell me about it. So, how did you reconcile yourself with those kinds of orders?
I quit.
I'm 2 months away from the beach. I'm not quitting. But I respect your idealism.
It was a long time ago. I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forego any unnecessary investigation. I want you to know it's not my idea of how things should be done.
Who told you to forego the investigation?
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
All right. So if you're not comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation. Crime scene's right over there, and Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
I never said I was gonna work your case for you.
Sure you did. Isn't that more or less the promise you made your little friend over there? She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl. Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
I'll let you know what I find.
Careful of the evidence.
Interpol.
Who do they think they... are?
Up the crimes. These assholes try anything.
Yeah, thought as much.
Just because Montag trusts him doesn't mean I do. Wait. Away from the crime scene, sir.
Are you a journalist?
No, but she was. She had enemies.
I hear there's been a series of these.
That would write that shit you so called. No, this was it's all
Fuck walking this beat.
The only way I'm continuing this conversation is over up here. I think he found something.
You want me to keep giving you updates every few minutes?
Didn't think so.
and terrifying.
Give it a rest, huh?
Enjoying yourself, detective.
I want to help you with this case. To do that, I need a rundown of what you know already.
Help me, huh? You mean, like being my subordinate?
I mean like making sure we catch whoever's responsible.
Right. Well, I have a dead body, Angela Gunn. I have bureaucratic pressure to arrest the augmented husband, Johnny Gunn. I have a crime scene, and I have you.
Alright, I have some questions about the murder.
Before we go any further with this, I need you to know something about Johnny Gunn. He's not a good man. I may not like how my bosses are targeting him, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. So, you know, just make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Why else would I be here?
I don't want this to turn into some kind of crusade. Bad men do bad things. In a perfect world, we arrest them for the right reasons, but, well, the world's not always perfect.
I'm here because I don't like the idea of someone killing people right outside my window.
Very.
Did the killer leave anything
I don't know.
Found a broken needle stuck in the victim's shoulder. The killer might have drugged Angela before killing her.
Maybe, but keep in mind she was an AUG. Don't you all have to shoot up that Nupal shit? Let's go for the obvious before jumping to any wild conclusions.
I'm assuming you know her augments were harvested. The marks on her body make it seem like the killer knew exactly what he was doing, knew exactly what he wanted.
The way you said that just now.
What about it?
The way you described the AUG removal. And before, you mentioned a broken needle in the right shoulder?
That's right.
It reminds me, you know. There was this cop, Smolinski. He used to work in this neighborhood. He had this theory about a copycat. Someone acting just like a dead killer named, Svobotka.
You think there's a connection to another case?
I don't know yet. But I remember him mentioning something about needles and AUG removal. Smolinski died in the police station bombing. Whatever files he had would have been moved into temp storage, across the street from the bombed-out station. Who knows? Maybe it's nothing.
I found a print on Angela's neck, next to the contusion marks. It's a partial, so I don't think we can match it to anything. But at least we know the killer left something, and that she was strangled.
Huh, a fingerprint. No way Johnny could squirm his way out of something like that. If only we could link it to him.
Do you know if the victim had any enemies?
I know she and Johnny didn't get along. Other than that, I really couldn't tell you.
Tell me about the victim's husband, Johnny.
He used to work for a private military company, Bell Tower. He's been arrested for all sorts of things in the past. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in evidence. But I also believe in playing the odds. 9 times out of 10, the husband did it.
Why are your superiors so eager to pin Johnny for murder? It's gotta be more than just not liking the guy.
Standard policy for guys like Johnny. The way they see it, you send a man like him into Golem City, and he's liable to go off the grid, end up with Ark or God knows who. He becomes 10 times more trouble than he's worth. But if they can charge him with something big, something like murder, well, suddenly he's no trouble at all.
Were you able to get anything out of the witness? Sounded like she might have seen something.
Who? Little Miss Mousy? I was under the impression Daria was your domain. Apparently, I'm not good enough to talk to.
Anything I should know about the scene? Anything jump out at you? I found what looks like a grenade fragment. EMP by the looks of it. Killer might have used this to incapacitate her.
Interesting. Johnny wouldn't need an EMP to take down his wife. Riot police use EMPs to re-establish public order around here. With all the AUG riots, anti-AUG riots, it wouldn't surprise me if that's all it was. Still, interesting.
I found this piece of glass near the body. A pair of broken glasses, maybe?
I don't know what to tell you. We're in the back alley of a major city. There's bound to be broken glass.
I found this press ID on the victim.
Okay, enlighten me. We care about this... why?
Angela Gunn was a journalist. Maybe this is work-related. Maybe she uncovered something she wasn't supposed to.
Maybe. I don't know.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
Don't forget to question Daria. I don't want to keep her here forever.
Interpol. Who do they think they are?
I have some questions for you.
I will cooperate. You have promised to help, and so I will try to help as well.
How did the attack happen? What was the killer doing?
He was on top of her, cutting the evil out. That's what he called it. I mean, I think.
So you heard his voice?
Very clearly, yes. He sounded confident, authoritarian, like a general commanding troops.
What did he say exactly?
It is time to make you whole again.
Can you remember anything about what the killer looks like?
To be honest, I saw more of the shadow than the man. I remember he was very big. The shadow, it covered everything.
So you can't describe him?
Not the face, no. His clothes, he was wearing something very dark. Black, maybe blue.
Was he augmented?
He moved like an augmented man, but I can't say for sure.
What were you doing here?
I was looking for Starlight, my cat. There was lightning and suddenly this flash of certainty. That's when I knew something awful was happening.
Where were you exactly?
In the shadows. My head was down. I couldn't move. Oh God, stupid Daria. I shouldn't have gone out today. The energies were all wrong.
Is there anything else I should know about you?
You want to know about Daria? What is there to tell? Small town girl came to the big city to escape her problems, to try and become someone else.
Did it work?
Not really. You can't escape yourself. You can't just come to a big city and expect all your problems to seem smaller. It doesn't work that way.
Why is it you don't trust the police to take care of this case?
I have bad memories of the police.
What kind of memories?
get calls I didn't want, tickets I didn't deserve. The policemen here are worse than children, former captains of high school sports teams who'll never recapture their years of glory.
I was captain of the debate team in high school.
Yes, well, debate is different.
What's your take on Montag? You ever meet him before tonight?
I went to the station once, years ago, to complain about the ticket. Detective Montag is the one they send you to handle the paperwork.
How'd he do?
He did fine. The point is, he's a desk jockey. Look at him, he's lost out here. The cops who know how to catch killers, they're not the ones sent to investigate murdered ox.
I'm gonna do what I can to help the investigation.
Good luck.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Let's talk about the case.
All right, so talk.
I think I might have some information on potential suspects.
Let me guess. It's the colonel with a lead pipe in the library.
I spoke to Daria. She's able to confirm that the suspect is male. Other than that, she's all over the place. I think she's pretty shaken up.
Yeah, well, can't blame her. I would be too. You seem to have made a good impression, though. Ever since you got here, she seems different, calmer. You know, I met my first wife over a crime scene. Let me give you a very important piece of advice, eh? Never marry the ones you save.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
You do whatever you have to.
If it wasn't for Johnny, I might have picked you for this. I've got nothing else to say.
Didn't think so.
I have some questions for you.
I will cooperate.
I'm gonna...
Good luck.
There's a fuck walking this meat.
Be a problem.
You should not be in that metro car.
Man, did you hear Lazarus is late?
You don't even listen to that crap.
Hello?
Who would even listen to that crap?
Nejradši by nás roztrhali na kusy.
I'm just going to keep walking.
What if these hands and fucks try something?
Almost that. No.
Ježiš. Hezký město, že jo?
See that last one, Howard?
Další.
You heard about the UN resolution? The OG one?
Need to fill my ticket for you.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Užíváte si vyhlídku?
Státní policie vyšetřuje ohavnou vraždu, která se dnes v noci stala v pražské čtvrti Překážka. Místní argumentovaná reportérka Angela Ganová, známá díky řadě oblíbených odhalení politických skandálů, byla nalezena v uličce rozřezaná na kusy. Čili nabádáme, aby neviděli a aby se v noci zdržovali.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Access granted.
there is more.
Sweet of dog.
Anything out of the ordinary?
Great.
Where are you going?
Property Bank have made address.
Did you bring anything to drink? You bust into a man's home, you should at least bring a drink.
Are you Johnny Gunn?
That's right. What do you want?
Have you heard about your wife?
Which one?
Excuse me?
I've been married a bunch of times. Which wife are we talking about?
Angela's dead. Sorry to be the one to tell you. They found her body in an alley.
Yeah, well, you're not the one to tell me, so I appreciate your way of trying to break it to me, though. Do you know if she died quick or not?
No, I don't.
I hope so. Angie didn't deserve to suffer.
So you did know already?
Your detective friend called, told me to sit tight and wait for you, so here I am, sitting tight, being cooperative.
You don't seem too broken up about Angela's death. She was your wife, wasn't she?
Ex-wife. We were divorced.
Is that supposed to explain why you don't care?
People die. Whether or not I care is between me and my memories of them. It's got nothing to do with you.
You're right. Let's keep this about you. You inside a crowded cell. Your face all over the news. How does that sound?
Like a lot of hassle. No thanks.
Angela's death inconveniences you.
Yeah, well, it's been hard. Phone calls I don't want, and visitors I don't like or respect or want inside my home.
Anything else come to mind about Angela?
At night, her hair used to get in my nose and make it itchy. It was annoying, but nice.
I'm sure you won't mind if I look around.
Whatever you say.
Protected the sensitive secrets of mega corporations and influential individuals. Since privacy laws.
Quit screwing around! Must be tripping.
Antibiotic-resistant strain of tuberculosis that has been spreading quickly through the Indian subcontinent.
Sure. Where are you going? Wait.
on new cures and methodologies that will prevent deadly outbreaks from occurring at all.
Shit!
This is Eliza Kassan. What these journalists overlook, however. Last year,
Why are you still here?
Found a note from your doctor. You lost your hands in New South Wales.
I got new hands on New South Wales, is the way they sold it to me.
Whatever else the killer did to her, Angela was strangled. Whoever did it left a partial print on her neck, which, apparently, you're not capable of.
Fingerprints are for human beings, Mr. Gunn. You'll find not having them allows you to be so much more effective.
They did it so you can kill better.
So I'd never get caught. Ironic, right? Being a good killer is probably what saves me here. Or, you still think I killed Angela?
I'm sorry for what Bell Tower did to you.
Don't be. They gave me tools they wanted me to have. That it was in their interest for me to have. But the decision to use them, that was all me.
Who else will take care of it?
Watch it!
No, I don't believe it.
By the way, I told Daria to go home. I really don't think she saw anything.
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
The truth is, we're not even close. Not yet.
Why do you say that? What about Johnny? The more I think about all this, the more I can't shake the feeling. Johnny Gunn killed his wife.
This was the work of a harvester copycat. This isn't some domestic dispute gone horribly wrong. It's part of something bigger. Someone's out there pretending to be a dead serial killer.
I see you looked into that old case I pointed you toward.
The MO is a perfect match. I read the notes and I compared them to this murder. The two victims were killed by the same person, I'm sure of it.
All right, let's say that's true. That doesn't necessarily exclude Johnny. It just means he's killed more than one person.
I'm just telling you what I found.
No, you're interpreting what you found. Trying to, sway my opinion. But if you really want to convince me of something, you need to keep talking.
Remember that partial print I found on the victim's throat?
What about it?
Johnny Gunn hasn't had fingerprints since the Australian Civil War. His hands are made of alloy. If he had strangled her, he wouldn't have left a smudge.
Alloy, huh? Shit. So, where does that leave us exactly?
We followed the evidence we had. This is where it led us.
You mean nowhere?
I'm not sure exactly. I think a lot of the pieces are there. They're just not ready to be put together. Not yet.
All right. That should be enough for me to get the rope off Johnny's neck. But it doesn't help me solve anything, does it? I mean, unless we learn more, there's no one I can drag in for this.
Let's just hope learning more doesn't mean having to meet over another dead body.
Hey, rookie! Get over here! Time
Who
to
do they
wrap
think
this
they
up.
are?
All right. Let's call it a night. Get someone to pick her up. What?
Daria, are you there?
Is that you, neighbor? Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
I don't know who killed Angela Gunn, but I do know it wasn't an isolated case.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, but it's the truth. Just try to be careful. Keep a low profile. If anything happens, if you ever think you're in danger, you know how to reach me.
Thank you, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
There's a lot of good for the people inside Column City.
What's this?
I have a permit. It's not like they do not pay for it. All they
defend against that kind of thing.
Make the best of it.
Oh, hey. Adam, what's going on? Checking my... Well...
We had Jensen inside the living complex. House rocked.
My goodness.
Už to asi nepřežiju.
Wanna hear another one? The clockman's clock is ticking.
I'm out smelling like a rose. Stick it out with them.
Access granted.
If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone.